So moving on, we're going to do a deep dive into the Partners tab. So partners may be called different things in your lead system: buyers, agents, clients, partners, obviously, recipients. And so these are ultimately those people that are receiving leads from your through your system. So a lot of things on this tab, very similar to the source settings. You can prioritize these columns so that you can reorder these to your use case and select only those that are applicable for you. We do have the add partner button, and so that's going to be the full ad going through all of the steps for adding a partner as it relates to creating an account. And then we, very similar to the source settings, we have a copy function. So in many cases, if you are replicating the exact use case, you can use that copy function there. On here, you'll see, in addition to the tools that we'll cover, company information, account status, any sub-partners that may be associated with this particular partner, any partner groups. So in non-exclusive deliveries, partner groups would prevent the same lead from being routed to the same partner. Most common use case that we see there, let's say, is in auto insurance. You have a group of State Farm buyers, a group of Allstate buyers, and a group of independent agents, and you don't want two partners from that same group to receive the same non-exclusive lead. That would help prevent that. And then we have labels for easy organization and quick add buttons like at the source setting. Unlike sources, you can delete a partner. That will show up in the UI as removed if for those transactional leads, but that is something that you can do. Coming over to the Tools tab, we're going to cover the Edit option here last. But then we have quick buttons. So there's a lot of tabs in the lead system, as I'm sure you know. These are what are most commonly used by our clients. The filter set will jump you right to creating and editing those filters for this specific partner. The billing and invoice tab will jump you to that. Transactions overview is a line-by-line accounting of that client. You can then log in as the partner to view the system as your partner would view them. And you can also make notes or comments. These are typically used by your sales reps, let's say, for making notes on that partner account. If we go into a particular partner, you'll see tabs along the top and the left-hand side. These are all related to this one company, so you can get very granular in how you're handling each use case. On here, we have just your basic contact information. There are use cases, for example, where we might rename a field so that you can use it in your use case. Most common one we see in the fax field is to dynamically insert something like a client ID for a CRM delivery so that you do not have to have hundreds of the same delivery created to go to your different partners. HTML offer, so you can dynamically return to the confirmation page the matching partner to a given request, and you can include other information. This HTML offer is one of them. So that might be used, let's say, in a auto dealer, the largest Nissan dealer in the Midwest, or whatever their tagline is. That can then be pushed to the confirmation page, or through the webhooks, you can send an email to the lead as well. The account information is where you really control the permissions for this specific partner. General things like account status, primary lead type, but then also more specific things like, do you want to give your partner the ability to change their own status if you give them logins or not? Can they request refunds? If they can, how do you want to process them? Bulk refunds, activate a refund percentage limit so that you prevent them from even requesting refunds over a certain amount. The ability to export or email leads, things of that nature are all set at the account settings. When we go into the lead type, this is where you can set duplicity checks. So there are multiple duplicate checks in the lead system. The first is on the insert into the system itself. That is typically based on phone and or email. The default is phone by 30 days. And this would allow you to extend that duplicate check out for this specific partner only. So let's say the home improvement lead type, we look here and we see that the home improvement lead is a duplicate when the project and the zip are duplicate. So this would allow the lead to come into the system after 30 days, but not be sold to this specific partner if it was within 100 days. We do have an overall dupe check. I would say do not use this. This would prevent the lead from being routed to this partner if it was ever sold across your system at all in any lead type. So it is only used in very specific cases. The cherry picker is actually going to be retired here, so I'm going to jump over that. And then we have our lead limit settings. So this is where you can set overall account-based limits. So when we look at filter sets, you can create multiple filter sets. If we take mortgage as an example, this partner may have, let's say, a new purchase filter set for $10 and a refi filter set for $20, but that partner doesn't want to receive more than 20 leads in a given day. And so you can set these at the lead type or the overall account level limits. Finally, for those people that have budget limits set in their system, you can do the same thing on a dollar basis through the budget limits. When we look over here, you'll see there are a lot of subtabs, as we mentioned. So quick links are at the Manage Partner page. We have our Transactions tab. This is going to be a line-by-line accounting, as I mentioned. All charges, all credits, all refunds show up here. Requesting a refund, you can go through that process on behalf of your partner. As a reminder, the refund process is something that can be customized both in terms of things like the reasons as well as how long you will allow those to process. Or you could move and get a CSV file from your partner and then upload it for automatic approval and processing of refunds. That's typically done in insurance or higher volume verticals where you may get just that CSV file of lead IDs from your partner. The lead filter sets is something I hope everybody is familiar with. This is really the crux of the lead system and allows you to build those different business rules at different price points to define what is being routed to each partner. Now we have some clients with a lot of filter sets for a single partner. I think the record is about 1,500. And so there's probably opportunities there where you would want to do a bulk update of all of those filter sets. That can be done in the bulk filter set update and would allow you to go through and update any of those fields. And this would be bulk updating only that specific partner's filter sets. I'm going to jump over to managed phones. These are for clients that have phone swapping enabled in their system. That is an optional add-on that orders a phone number in the lead's area code and delivers that to your partner. And then we track things like speed to lead and call duration from your partner back to the lead themselves. It is a learning system, meaning that if your partners are calling from multiple numbers, you can add them in this section here to track them. Very similar to source settings, you have a history for each account showing you when that partner was active, not active, filter sets being added and removed. This is a great tab for you to look at when you are exploring or investigating why a lead did not match to a specific partner. This is what I would say first stop, because In many cases, it is a simple case of the partner not being active. We do have advanced settings for each partner. This is where you can define what shows up in their leads tab, as well as what is delivered to them in the lead details. So, for example, by default, sources not delivered to the partners. But if you were encrypting your sources and maintaining some legend, let's say, you could pass that information and control that on a partner by partner basis here. I'm going to then just jump to the partner permissions. So for those people that are giving logins to their clients or partners, you can then control what they can see on this page here. So what reports do they have access to? What pages can they see? Can they reassign leads? Can they see their transactions? And again, doing that on a client by client basis.